This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. I'm delighted to be joined here with Mr. Top Rank himself for the week, Brad Jacobs. How are you, mate?
I'm doing well, thank you. Just got in and ready to go.
Feeling good, or is the jet lag playing a factor?
This is what we do. I feel fine. Yeah, that's right.
Look, let's talk about it. Artur Beterbiev against... We're still rolling. The light's just gone off. Against Haney-Loma. Great fight. Two heavy hitters. We know Artur Beterbiev, obviously a big favourite in this fight, but I suppose one that you switch off for 1 minute and Yarde will capitalise.
Yeah, look, he can't get his defenses down at all. Like you say, big knockout artist. You can't argue with Artur Beterbiev being the only world champion with all knockout victories and no losses. I look for an exciting night. I don't know how long it'll go, but it'll be an exciting night.
I suppose something that's also quite interesting with this is, obviously it being in the UK, a lot of the attention is going to be on Yarde. A lot of the media rounds yesterday for Beterbiev were just Yarde questions and not so much on the future for him. I suppose if there was ever an opportunity for Yarde to seize his moment, this would be one of them in front of his home crowd.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Look, the opportunities in front of him, if he could take advantage of it, we'll see. My gut, of course, tells me that Beterbiev will be the victor on the night. But the opportunity is there for Yarde, and he should take it if he sees it.
On Beterbiev, we've seen that he can take a punch, but he can also be dropped. That's also, as Gareth just touched on with you, it could be a 4-5 round shootout, something like a Hagler-Hearns. I suppose whatever we can expect a firefight at some point of the fight.
Yeah, I agree. Now, those types of fights are determined in the early moments of the first round. If you're going to get a Hagler-Hearns type fight, which is once a decade or more than that, we're going to know it immediately. But regardless, if it's any sort of shadow of Hagler-Hearns, we'll take it.
Let me ask you about Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. We're hearing more and more in a minute about Usyk. We don't know whether it's going to be Saudi. We know that both fighters have gone over and tried to work out their own site deals as such. We're waiting to hear something. Rumours floating about of Wembley Stadium too also. I know there's not too much that can be said at the minute as it's all in communication, but is there anything you can tell us?
Yeah, no, I think you've hit it on the head. There's not much to say at the moment. Everything is under consideration. And, once things are pulled together, we'll be ready to make an announcement.
Just from Top Rank and Queensberry's liaison with Tyson Fury, is he still very much adamant that this is the next fight for him? We saw on social media he did the round saying, he'd entertain a fight with Francis Ngannou if the Usyk fight couldn't be made. And he's not been as vocal as he usually would be in social media. Is there much to read into on that? Or
I wouldn't read much into it. I think, Tyson is going to take the biggest fight he can get at the moment. And if that's Usyk, if that's Joe Joyce, if that's Ngannou, whatever it is, he's going to take the biggest fight that's on the table.
Let me ask you, we're hearing Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko around May 20th, I believe. I think New York was thrown around, but I don't believe that will be the location for the fight. I think it'll more likely be a Las Vegas fight. Are you able to give a bit of clarity on that?
Yeah, that's the date we're looking at. Certainly a lot to be done on that fight still. But that's the date we're pointing towards, and a location. We've got several that are bidding for it, and I would say in the coming weeks we'll know better about that.
Do you think there's any chance that fight could even land in the Middle East at all?
Again, a possibility. I would say less likely, but a possibility.
Brad, top man, thank you very much for your time. Just a final message ahead of Saturday night's fight. Artur Beterbiev, the unified champion, pound-for-pound star, takes on the homecomer Haney-Loma.
Get in your seats early.
Brad, top man, thank you very much.